So I would give you just tips and advice, and hopefully you guys, it will help. I remember when I was having my eating disorder, and I remember that I needed this so much. I watched every video that I could find about this topic, how to eat normally, how to intuitively eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full, because it was so hard to do that again, because I was like, am I hungry? Am I full? I don't know. I'm never full. And that's not true, okay? Because you will get full eventually. And that's what I did actually when I first started to listen to my body and eat when I was hungry, stop when I was full. Basically, that's just called eating. Like, that's not a special way. It's just eating. And of course, there are people that are like have trouble and like since birth to do this, and they just gorge and like literally never stop. There are people, that's rare, but most people, they don't have this and they eat normally. Especially how you could tell was, one way that I heard was that if you were normal as a child, you were never like obese, then you know you should be good. And child like ages like maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, like before dieting, that's for sure. Most people eat normally. They just eat to survive, eat when they're hungry, stop when they're full. And one thing I was always questioning was, I don't know if I'm hungry, I don't know if I'm full, like should I have more food, should I have less food? I don't know. This was literally my reaction. Like, I don't know. I'm too scared to try it. I will never stop eating. I will become obese. I will never be able to walk. I will never be able to come out the house. Okay, first of all, I was really skinny, okay? I didn't know how to start. I didn't know like how to intuitively eat. But I'm gonna tell you what I did and what I suggest to do. First of all, I'm not going to get into my whole recovery story because I'm gonna make a separate video of my recovery from my eating disorder that was successful and made me really happy. So, okay, if I go back and, okay, so first of all, let's take it really simple. Just eat, okay? It's as simple as that. What really helped me was to put foods in categories, so like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. Because if I didn't do that, then what happened would I would eat like every 5 minutes, and then I would feel uncomfortable, I would feel bloated, and I didn't know like, am I hungry yet? Am I still full? And what's going on? And it didn't end up well if I just kept like eating, you know, every 5 minutes or something. It just didn't feel well. So I liked to put foods in categories. Like, it doesn't matter how many there are categories, but you know, I would try to have 3, like a breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. So 2 snacks or 3 snacks or 4, you could add how many you want to. But that's what I did. And I mean, there could even be things like, you know, breakfast, you could also add a brunch if you wanted to, but in categories, because it kind of helps you to just know, like, I can't really explain it, but it helps you to have like just bigger meals, you know, once in a while, instead of like really like small, like just a snack here and then like 5 minutes later another snack. That just didn't work out for me. So I like to put it in groups like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. And so that's one thing I did when I tried to eat normally. And you have to ask yourself, are you truly hungry or are you truly full? And it's going to be hard at first. You're not going to be sure what it feels like to be full, satisfied, or still hungry. And especially when you're going through extreme hunger, which I will also make another video about. And extreme hunger, just a quick brief explanation, is when all those like negative calories, all the calories that was not enough, the deficit becomes like, you know, piles up, and then you're just like, and that's actually what binging is. But when you're recovering, you let that happen for a while for it to stop. So it's like a period of time that you're gonna have this extreme hunger, and basically you're just gonna binge a lot during this, and your meals are gonna be more like binges. But trust me, okay? Like, when I was watching videos like this, I was like, no, I can't trust you because I don't know what's gonna happen to me. But trust me, you're just gonna have to binge the meals. You're just gonna have to wait that through. And it's not gonna be quick and it's not gonna be easy. I'm gonna tell you that right away. But my main tip is just wait. Just do it and wait. You're just gonna have to be patient. You're just gonna have to be uncomfortable. And then once your body sees like, okay, I have unlimited food, I already catched up on all the calories that was deficit and wasn't enough for me and made me lose too much weight. Because you're gonna gain weight, and not in a bad way, in a good way, okay? Because I did, and I was kind of upset about it, but if I could go back, I'd be, you know, I would tell myself to not be. Because these are the kind of things, like, if I would go back, I would kind of know. Because from experience, you know, you gain knowledge and you understand more. I recovered. People that recovered, they say the similar things. You know, just eat. You're going to go through extreme hunger. You're just going to have to go with it. You're just going to have to just do it. And that's what's going to happen. And eventually, it's going to slow down. You're going to be like, okay, I mean, I just don't want to eat this much. And it's not going to be like from binging to the next day, like eating normal and like other people do and not being hungry every second. It's not going to be like that, okay? It's not going to be perfect. It took me like a year to just normally eat and consistently and pretty much the same. Like now, I could say definitely that it's consistent and it's pretty much plus minus the same every day. But it took me about a year to fully get adjusted. Yeah, it took about half a year to actually stop, maybe actually less. It took me like a month or two, maybe even 3, to stop binging my meals. The biggest binges were in the beginning of my extreme hunger recovery. And I didn't count calories, by the way. I did not count, I just ate and ate. And usually people in extreme hunger, after their eating disorder, they eat about 3,000, maybe 4,000 calories, depending, like, just for me, for a girl my age and height, that was how much it was. About, I didn't count at all. I just let it go. And yeah, and I just ate them, and I didn't actually gain a crazy amount of weight in the beginning because those were the calories I needed. And then, like, after a month of binging my meals, I was kind of like tired, and I was like, you know, I'm not that excited for the food anymore. I still want to eat a lot, and I did, and I just kept doing it. And then, like, you know, 1 year later, I was just like, I kind of forgot about that stage, and I was just kind of like, you know, like, that happened to me, like, wow. I mean, I'm happy I went through it. I'm happy I did it. And after that, I didn't have any more binges. I don't have binges today. Yes, I might have things like kind of like, oh, I ate, you know, I didn't eat for a while, and I'm kind of very hungry, and I kind of gorge out, but it's not binge episodes like I used to have, and when I want to purge, it's just like, you know, I eat a lot more, and then I feel kind of really full. It's kind of overeating, not binging, so it's a bit different. So I don't binge like I did anymore. And I mean, and also it's important that when you choose the right foods when you're in that extreme hunger. So don't binge out on cakes and like very like burgers. Like, I'm not saying that, okay? You're gonna have to it's very complicated because I did pick some wrong foods. Like, I would pick things that were really low in calories just so I wouldn't gain a lot of weight when I'm binging on them, but you still eat a lot of calories, and that the only thing that it makes, like those low calorie foods, is it makes you really bloated and it makes you not feel really well. So it's better to eat like high calorie small foods, like maybe nuts or something. Like I said, I will make another video talking about what foods I would suggest, but definitely high calorie, small portion, healthy foods like nuts, seeds, butters, peanut butters, maybe even things like bread, pasta, rice. I hate like pots of rice as for lunch when I was recovering, and that's the process of the recovery. And it may sound really hard, it may sound like I don't want to do that, and the only thing that could save you from your eating disorder is you. I've learned that for sure. Not your parents, not the doctors, not your therapist can help you in this, not your siblings, not your friends. You, if you want to change, if you want to live happy, you're gonna have to go with it. You're gonna have to stop, and I'm gonna tell you, it's so worth it. It's so worth it because either like that short period of extreme hunger and binging every day that you're gonna feel bad, and you're just gonna have to wait and go through that and then feel amazing and not have that anymore, not to deal with that anymore, or you're going to have to do the yo-yo dieting thing, the starve, binge, starve, binge, starve, binge for the rest of your life. So you're gonna have to choose when you want to start your recovery if you actually want to do this. So yeah, that's my tips of how to intuitively eat. There are people that don't know how to intuitively eat, and it's sad because it's just eating, it's just surviving. It's something that our ancestors have done for a long time. They just ate to survive, and now it's a big deal, and now people are making it into this whole like intuitively eating, what is that, how do you do it, like questions. And I mean, it's fine. I myself, I have asked questions of how to intuitively eat, how to start eating normally, and you're just gonna have to start eating. You're just gonna, and eventually you're gonna start feeling the hunger signals, the full signals better and better and better. And of course there's going to be days when you mess up, and there's going to be days when you feel good, and there's going to be perfect days, and days that were not so good or perfect. And even now, like, I have days when I'm like, oh, you know, I kind of feel like I overate, I don't really feel good, I might say something wrong, I don't know if I'm saying everything right, I don't know if this would be helpful to everyone, but I'm just saying my experience, what advice and tips I could give, and just what I think, and hopefully this will help you, because I've watched these kind of videos when I was recovering and they helped me a lot. If you have questions, ask them in the comments. I would love to read them. I put my Instagram into the description and my email. Send me messages. I would love to help you, and I might not know everything, but I would love to discuss it, and I would love to, you know, just ask, you know, just to discuss and things what I think with you, just to support you and to help you out. And that is why I've started this channel. So, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and like this video. Bye.